I got this e-bike for free on Marketplace. It has a problem, but the owner just said come pick it up. They didn't specify. It's been a while since I've had an e-bike. I picked it up and the switch works, but I realized the twist throttle is broken. Something is broken inside. It came with the charger, so I charged it up, and when I ride it and turn it on, the electric motor kicks in. It has a power assist feature, so that stuff works, and I found out this was kind of sketchy with the small wheels if it gives you a power boost in the middle of a turn. But either way, I'm gonna take off the assembly, so some WD-40 on the rubber handle there, twist it off, wipe off any residue, and that screw holds the twist throttle assembly to the handlebar. Turn it counterclockwise, and I'm gonna have to take off the brake too because the wires are joined. And what you can do, if your handlebar can be loosened like that, and you can move it, slide it to the side so you have more room. And now to open the brake lever. There are these screws on the side of the housing. I'm going to open them as well, and I'm going to split the housing to see exactly what's wrong inside. So it's my first time doing this. I'm not an expert, but I got it to work in the end. If you feel you might screw something up in terms of safety or the quality of the work, just go to a professional and have it done for you. And I'm also going to take that ring that clamps onto the handlebar. And if you see here, that plastic thing where the red wire is cracked. And there's a piece of metal by the spring. And that's a magnet that tells the sensor how much you're twisting the throttle. That magnet right there. That's supposed to be in a fixed location inside the plastic housing. So when I press the switch, it's telling me the battery system of the bike is all connected. So don't cut any wires until you unplug the switch. So the charge port there tells us where the battery is. And the other side with the wire harness going in it tells us where the module, the control module, and all the other stuff. Open this door by opening the outer screws only, the 4 outer screws, not the 2 inner ones. Leave the 2 inner ones in there. As you can see, they connect to the power supply from the battery. Going back to the handlebar area, to the original throttle, you see there are 5 wires coming out of that one. Blue, black, red, yellow, and white. So the yellow and white go to the switch. The blue is the one that senses the twist. Red is power, black is ground. And this is the plug right here that matches. So you have all those colors here. And just to confirm again, the black wire, the big black wire, you have those 5 coming out of it, same colors. So we have 5 wires, and most of the ones on Amazon come with a 6-pin connector. But I found a compatible one right here. Instead of a button, it comes with a key, which has a pro and con. It comes with 5 wires, and they're labeled and colored exactly the same as mine. So the blue one is the speed control, red is power, black is ground, and white and yellow go to the switch, but I would have to modify this one. It's not a direct plug and play because my bike comes with a 5-pin connector, and the one I'm buying comes with 2 connectors. So I'm gonna retain this stock plug here, and it's best to use a multimeter because that way you can be sure you're not wiring something wrong. And just because they're the same color, it doesn't mean they go to the same place. For me, I looked at it visually. I broke apart the stock throttle and saw where each wire goes, and the new one has a diagram. So I'm kind of confident that I'm not doing anything wrong. So I'm gonna disconnect the switch and throttle connector because it acts as a switch and in case there's leftover electricity. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave that plug that I just disconnected into the bike and utilize most of the stock wiring up to about that point. And I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna install the new piece and cut that as well, and then splice them together. So here's the new part. There's the double-ended connector, and you get all the hardware to hold it. And here it is. It comes with a key, and it feels really well made. Here is the end of the new throttle, the 2 connectors, which are not going to work for my bike. There's a 3-pin and a 2-pin, and mine comes with a 5-pin, a single 5-pin. Here is the new piece. So I'm just gonna do a mock-up and a measurement here. I should ideally have the brake lever in first and all the rubber pieces that go around between the brake lever and the handlebar and so on. Here's the new piece. I'm gonna tighten it down so it doesn't move. I wanna test out the movement of the twist. It feels really good. So I've just cut away the old throttle. Here are the wires. I'm gonna clean them up and remove the black casing around them so that they are separate and strip them one by one, and do the same thing with the new unit. So this is why I put on the new unit, so that I can see the wire and how long it should be on either side. And now, after some measuring and eyeballing, I'm gonna cut off the new wire and strip that as well. For hooking up the wires, you have different methods. You can get the different type of connectors. For me, I'm gonna work with what I have, black electrical tape, but it is imperative they never come in contact with each other, because you'll have a short or possibly a fire. Twist them into each other like that, and then wrap each one of them in their own electrical tape. Again, there are better ways of doing this. You can get the fancy connectors where you put each end, this looks like a capsule. You put each end and then hit it with some heat, and it seals itself, but those are gonna be bulky, and I don't have them right now. And connect that plug. Okay, so first twist of the key, the screen comes on. I'm gonna continue taping up the whole thing. To do a clean job, the bike comes with this wrapping tape. It's not a sticky tape, it just loops around everything and grips it. So I'm gonna undo it from the top and then wrap it back up over the wiring we just did. Yeah, you can't even tell any repair job was done here because it's all hidden under that now. And then time to close this back up. And we're gonna give it the actual test here. Key on. And it works. So that's the video from start to finish. Glad how this turned out. The new unit is of better quality than the original. The benefit of the key is when you park the bike and you lock it with a bike lock, someone can't just turn it on by pressing the button and fooling around with it, even though it's locked to the bike rack. Just don't lose the key. It comes with a spare, and the new screen is nicer to look at than the old one. So now I have an e-bike for about $30 all in. One way I could have done this differently, I could have just repinned the 5-pin single connector in the bike and run the wire down there. I just did not want to do that in case there was any flaw or fault with my work. The issue is going to be near the controller and in that area that is closed off. So I decided to do it in an area that is away from the controller and everything. And if anything happens, anything smokes, it's going to be more visible up top since I ran the wires correctly. But that's how I went with it. There are different ways of doing it, obviously. And hope this was helpful to somebody out there that has a similar bike with a similar problem. The link to the part is in the description, and thanks for watching.